Be nice to everyone. This is quite a boring statement to say, but something I truly believe in. I don't think anyone deserves to have an ego, because we're all put there by somebody else. We're all built or in contact with somebody else that allows us to forward our goals. I think two fantastic examples on the flip side of each other. One being Tiger Phil, as we call him, Phil Davis. I don't know where he is, give me a wave. Who we've done the wonderful tasting white chocolate bar in the range that's now in Sainsbury's. But a fantastic guy, so passionate about what he does. Absolutely welcomed us into all his campaigns, and we're almost a family now. But he took it upon himself to then phone up the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation. Of course, David Shepherd being one of the world's most celebrated conservationists and wildlife artists in the world. He took it upon himself to do that and say, you should get involved with Louis in the Biting Back campaign. I had a phone call a couple of days later from Melanie Shepherd, again telling me how wonderful it was to see somebody so young. I'm 17 now, I'm getting older. Was young once, well, still am, but you know. But fantastic to see somebody so young involved in the environment and wanting to make a change. A couple of days later, she asked me to do a rhino bar to fit in with their campaigns. I recently went down to meet them in Surrey and went into the meeting not quite knowing what to expect, and coming out making them another bar to go with their elephant projects. So again, just from that relationship, just keeping your eyes open to possibility and being nice to people has influenced Tiger Phil and his absolute support and doing that, which again is a massive achievement for the company. Another fantastic example, I believe, was recently I was at a Make Your Mark enterprising event. I'm of course almost being a year's anniversary as I became a Make Your Mark ambassador. After having a quick chat with Alistair Darling about what I'd done in the previous years and how I'd moved my company on, I went over to the food buffet, getting quite hungry by that point, all the networking, hard work. I ended up sending somebody's plate flying all across the table. Of course, I immediately apologised, and as we Brits are famous for, started talking about the weather and food. And it ended up in a conversation of course, what I was doing, and then led into that his oldest friend is a huge distributor throughout the Middle East. So there we go, another fantastic example. Just by extending yourself a little bit more than you might have before, another great opportunity. And as I said before, I don't think anyone deserves to have an ego. We're all put there by somebody else, whether that be celebrities or personalities. They're put by us, the shadows that watch them on television, but by everyone who puts somebody somewhere. Believe in and encourage the dream of others. This is one of the utmost things that I try and do. Through my work as a Make Your Mark ambassador, I try and support young people and encourage them to be more enterprising, because that's where the future is. I'm young, I'm 17, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm not only doing it just to make money or just to get my Ferrari, I'm doing it in a responsible way. If I'd have started out putting palm oil and ingredients in my chocolate to make it cheaper, I'd have probably had my Ferrari parked outside here right now. But that wouldn't be responsible, and that's something I believe in. I'm an ambassador for the British Dyslexia Association. Again, I'm a very dyslexic person, so trying to encourage them and saying, well, if I can do it, so can you. I've got over my bounds and I can't spell, nobody can read my writing, I'm dangerous with a calculator, but I'm still here with the help and support of the people that I've found. Because after all, us dyslexics like to think outside the box, and I'm going to try and do my utmost to encourage that, because that's what we do best. Very different thinkers. But I think another fantastic example of somebody who believed in my dreams and supported me was Sir Patrick Cormack, a local MP, who wrote to me after reading about the chocolate story and ended up coming up out of his incredibly busy schedule at the time to open my first factory in Bridge North. He said to me on that day, Louis, I'll get you to meet the Prime Minister and David Cameron. He kept his word, and the last time I was here in these houses, I had a personal meeting with both. Sir Patrick, you've believed in my dream. Thank you for that. and thank you for helping me wherever you can. Sir Patrick's continuing to do that, and I am so thankful for your support. If it's meant to be, then it will be. Believe. You've got to believe in things and know they're going to happen, and that's a very hard thing to do. But I think it certainly worked for me. A quick example was early on in the chocolate story, I came across a fantastic guy, Raphael Hannett, a world chocolate distributor, been in the business 23 years. I believed that he would play a part in the chocolate story, and over the years he phoned me up and he said, Louis, when I'm ready to deal with you, I want to call on a pallet, and I want to phone you 2 days later and call on a container load. I wasn't quite at those quantities back then, but now I am. I never could have believed that I would have got to that stage, and I'm now working with him to forward my campaigns and my chocolate throughout the world. This is, I think, for me, the most important point for tonight, and I suppose it's the reason why I'm here. One person can make a difference. You can bite back. December of last year, Lizzie Leshy from Save the Children phoned me up to make 450 boxes for their Festival of Trees event. Something I was immensely proud of, and of course with all my charity work, I accepted open-heartedly. Of course. Through Lizzie Leshy's support and Gordon Campbell Gray, I got to meet Her Royal Highness the Princess Anne, through their support and supporting me. But that night, those 450 chocolate boxes raised £25,000 for Save the Children, something I am so proud of. One person can. One person can make a difference. You all can make a difference just by buying a different soap without palm oil, or looking at your everyday lives and seeing how you can make less of an impact on the environment. We have literally no time left. We have 5 years to save the orangutan. 5 years. We have years to save the big cats in this world. Leopards, tigers, lions. Through the support of ZSL, London Zoological Society, and the Amber Leopard and Tiger Bar that I've created to raise awareness, there are only 31 Amber leopards left in the wild, in the world. 31. We need to wake up. We need to make a change. And that's what I intend to do. I intend to help shape the world I'm living in. Will you? Thank you for your time this evening. I hope you might be able to take a few of those points away with you, or even take the time to look at your life a little differently. I've been on a journey, and I'll continue to go on my journey. Thank you for tonight. Thank you, everyone.